Na mimi sitaki.
Nasema kwamba ulisha mtoto wangu usimsema.
You see guys, grandma, she's purely drunk. I'm sorry. I'm not happy. Ni kwa sababu nampenda juu najua hiyo pombe itampunguzia maisha kwa dunia. Na mimi nataka aishi hapa azeke.
Usirudie tena kunywa. Sio uombe samahani tena uende kunywa.
Mimi ni kwa sababu nampenda. Nataka aishi miaka mingi mpaka atembelee kale
samahani.
No.
Lakini usirudie kwenda kunywa.
Grandma, she's on her knees saying she's sorry for what she did. I don't know, guys, what I can do to these people because it's getting out of hand. Yesterday we were at Muita, now we are at Choir, and I don't know who is doing this.
Yo, from Kenya, East Africa, MORAA speaking truth. You feel me? Time to clear the air, set things straight. Let's go.
Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing great. Now I want to start off this video by wishing the travel commando a very happy birthday. Today is his birthday. I hope he had a great time. I hope he had a blessed time, because in Kenya it's already the day has already ended. So I hope this day he had a very, very, very good time. Guys, I have seen a live stream where he is interacting with his people, the team Marwa, and while interacting with us, his team, people were out there showing love, donations, carrots, donations, piggy mouth, and all the rest of you, donations. Guys, people are pouring love to the travel commando, and they were doing it in form of prayer, good wishes, just donations, everything and anything people could do. Of course, there are those who do not have the money to donate. So, of course, prayers, and good wishes are also something, guys. So, it was all love, it was a very beautiful live stream. And I was particularly amused when Marwa spoke about the people who hate him, when they see donations, when they hear donations on his platform, they become sick. He was even asking, I wonder how they'll sleep tonight. Guys, they're not going to sleep tonight. These people, I can imagine their frustration. I can imagine, how they are coming out to wonder. No matter what we do, no matter what we say about this man, people just don't seem to let him go. They would really wish for people to leave Marwa alone, brand him as a scammer, just like they do, brand him all these negative names. But to their shock and dismay, it always turns out to be the opposite. There's always this outpouring of love, people of Team Marwa just want positive vibes, joy, happiness, just good things, guys. We have left, hatred, evil, and, bad mind and all this negative stuff to this, naysayers, to these haters, because that is what they were born to do. In Mwango's voice, that is what they were born to do. Guys, some people are just naturally born to hate. They are just bad mind. No matter what you do, you try to change the atmosphere around them, make it a bit favorable, but no. They want to be around some toxic energy, some bad vibration. That is what they were created to do. That is their calling, their talent. Oh my God, what a shame. So the travel commando, spoke about what he would like to be remembered for, if in case he ever leaves this world. Or rather, if he ever leaves this world, he would like to be remembered as someone who was giving, someone who never held back what he had, somebody who never was selfish, somebody who shared his knowledge, his expertise, somebody who wanted the best for people, somebody who did not want to leave others behind as he goes forward, somebody who wanted to tag others along so that they can all benefit. And guys, this is exactly what the Travel Commando is all about. That is what he stands for. Guys, I have never seen, and I'm saying this in all honesty, you know, God knows I'm saying this in all honesty. I have never seen any other human being who is so willing to show others how to make money. I'll say it again. I've never seen anybody who is so willing to show people how he, okay, let me rephrase that, guys. Let me rephrase that. I have never seen anybody who is willing to share his own knowledge of how he makes money to other people. Guys, there are people who are doing things out here, you know, businesses and everything, and they're making money. And if you ask them, how do you make your money? Guys, you'll be surprised. If this guy has, say, for example, a grocery business, you know, instead of them advising you and telling you, okay, I buy my stuff wholesale price at this particular market, you know, because this other market is more expensive and these other ones are more fresh. And then these other people, you know, the packers here, you will get them at a cheaper price. They will pack stuff for you and they can even deliver to you at a free, for free. You know, so here you'll make more profit. You know, somebody can just tell you, oh, okay, fine, I just do grocery business. You get the point? Like, they're not going to go into details. You know, how many people will tell you start a YouTube channel? Yeah, I make money from YouTube, so you can also start a YouTube channel. But the thing is, that YouTube channel, when you start it, you start to realize it's not a walk in the park. You know, so these big YouTubers, they can never come out here to tell you, you know, exactly how they are making money until you pay. You've got to pay handsomely. But Marwa gives this knowledge freely. You know, with one heart, guys. On top of that, Marwa shares with you his audience. Now there, guys, that one now. Tell me, which content creator in the world does that? You know, somebody will just give you a fake shout out here and there, but Marwa, you know, when he means to help you, he really goes all the way. And guys, I understand sometimes Marwa may feel a certain type of way because of what people have done to him. All these content creators that he has given shout outs, they have used his audience, you know, to insult him, to pull him down, to tarnish his name. Because guys, there are things that these naysayers say, people like 𝐷𝐿 and others. Some of Marwa's people believed them. And they left Marwa because of that. So, that clearly shows you how Marwa shared his audience, and then these people used the same audience to stab him on his back. Guys, it is a big damn shame. And that is what I am saying, guys. I see people every day, you know, they pretend to be telling people, oh, this is how you can get help. of doing ABCD, but they will never tell you like the real secrets of how they make that money. Because even YouTube, how many people have opened YouTube channels and then you realize this thing is not easy, It is not easy at all. There are those things that you should know. And some of these things you will learn, through experience. As you go along, you start to realize, if I do this, this happens. I should do this before I do this. Just some little small rules here and there. But if you get somebody from the onset to show you, that means that they will have saved you a lot of time, finding out all these things. And they will have saved you from making mistakes. Because as we go along, we make some mistakes and then we learn from them. So guys, for me, Marwa coming out to show people, how to do YouTube. Marwa giving his knowledge out there. Marwa giving out his secrets. Marwa, being an open book for everyone to read and everyone to succeed. That is who he was created to be. If you ask me, that is who he was meant to be. That is his calling. And besides being bashed, besides being insulted, besides all these things, Marwa has never stopped. He has never said, okay, now that these people are calling me all these names, let me stop helping people. Because when I help people, they say I'm using people. Guys, we saw in yesterday's video where Gold Sun, Sam, and that other one, is it Kasasi or somebody? They were there cleaning the clay bath area. And Marwa spoke about, he was going to call people and he was going to pay them to clean that place. But these people came and they decided to volunteer. And in return, they are going to shoot videos at Marwa's place. They are going to, be with Marwa one-on-one. So, of course, there's that advantage, And hopefully, these videos are going to do well. First of all, according to the people who have been at Marwa's place, Marwa pays people. But then again, there are those who come and want to volunteer. And in exchange, they want their channels to grow. Guys, this is somebody who is looking into the future. Because they are thinking, if I do work for Marwa today, for instance, clean up this, clay bath, and then I get even 5,000, for instance, of which is a lot of money. Who is going to pay you 5,000? But assuming, let's just inflate the figure, he pays you 5,000 shillings for that. How long will you last with 5,000 shillings? How long? But if you learn skills on YouTube, you can do videos forever and ever, implementing those skills and making money on each video for the rest of your life. So somebody is looking at it like, okay, fine. I may not be paid right now, but if my channel grows, if it gets traction, if it gets more subscribers, and if these subscribers, watch my videos constantly, I'm going to be good to go. So I feel like that is the mentality the people who come to volunteer have. And guys, to be very honest, maybe some people have never been in deep trouble in this life, like in desperate situations. And that is why people come out here to condemn so much. But for the people who know what it is, to face hardships, you would not care, guys. You will not care if you're volunteering, just so you can secure your future. You will not give a damn. No, you will not. So all these things that people talk about, sometimes I feel like it's because maybe they have never been in some situations. Oh yeah. So happy birthday, the Travel Commando. May you have many, many more. And as you are generous, may God continue to be generous to you. May God continue blessing you. May God give you very, very many years. May He be generous to you to give you more years of this life in this planet. And may He give you good health. And may your generations and generations be blessed just because of you. Can I get an amen, somebody?
I was just a village boy with no hope, guys. And one thing I'm proud about myself is I'm not selfish. And that's why people like you support me like this. That's why people are pouring me gifts like this. If I was a selfish man, I would not be here. If I was a guy who just wishes everything for himself, I will not be here. Twin Resties, Crochets, $2. Thank you so much. It's happy birthday, Marwa. May you live longer. Thank you so much.
Amen, amen. May you live long, and may God grant you all the things the money cannot buy. Guys, this village drama will never end. Just when we are done with one drama, another one crops up. Guys, it is drama after drama. There is actually an epidemic of liquor drinking in the village. Guys, the people whom we thought had reformed are now back to square one. The people who we think or we thought will never drink, they are now showing us dust. Guys, it seems as though, liquor drinking is the end thing in this village. Oh my God. Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought that quiet grandma would be caught on camera drunk? Who would have thought that Brian Vapor would go back to alcohol? Who would have thought that Mwita, the husband to dancing grandma, would be caught doing shenanigans while drunk? Guys, who would have thought? I am particularly amazed at quiet grandma. Guys, David Jr. woke up to this compound, happy as usual, upbeat, talking about hoddy hoddy, knock knock, only to find that quiet grandma has taken liquor, guys. And there were so many people at her house. And, the funny thing is that David Jr. came out asking these people, these ladies who are there, who has given this lady alcohol? Who has given grandma alcohol? Who has made her drunk? What is going on? And one of the ladies was so rude, at first. And I was like, excuse me. David Jr. is just asking, even if you feel offended, there's a way you can answer back. But the way she was responding to David Jr., she did that twice. The third time, David Jr. was like, why are you yelling at Why are you yelling at me? Who are you? Why are you talking to me like that? And I was like, yes. You cannot come at David Jr. like that. David Jr. was just asking, a question. Like, what is going on here? Why is she drunk? Who gave her alcohol? David Jr. was confused. And this woman came out, so rude and arrogant and everything. But when she realized that David Jr. is not there to play, she cooled down and she started to say, oh, I'm sorry. We don't know what happened. We came and found her drunk as well. We are not the ones who are responsible for her drunkenness. So please, you better ask her, herself. But then again, guys, I want to say something about that. Because even in yesterday's video, davyjnr was asking, who gave Mwita alcohol. I believe that these are people who are grown up. These are people with their own brains. These are people who are mature. Nobody can give you something you don't want. Unless they push it down your throat. Unless they hold a weapon, to your head. There's no way you can tell me somebody at that age has been given something to drink, or they have been influenced or something like that. I mean, to be honest, I don't think so. So these ladies were like, no, you better ask her herself. And also, this quiet grandma kept asking, have I insulted anyone? Have I insulted you? So even though she was tipsy, let me just say she was tipsy. She was not really drunk, because she actually could articulate, and she knew what was going on. And that is why she could ask, have I insulted anyone? Have I insulted you? At some point she even asked, mimi si niko imara, and I, steady, stable enough. I am stable, I'm steady, like niko imara. She was asking, isn't she imara, isn't she stable? Meaning that, excuse me, even if I have taken alcohol, I am stable and I have not insulted anyone. That is a vibe that she was giving to them. But davyjnr was so disappointed, and I do not blame him, guys. I do not blame him one bit. What amused me, guys, is how Brian Vapor was going about this whole situation. Like, grandma, why are you drinking? Who gave you alcohol? Who gave her alcohol, guys? Who gave her alcohol? He was out there like really vocal about this. This is so wrong. Why is she drunk? Goko, can you see? What is going on? Why are you drinking? Brian Vapor? You? You can actually come at Goko like that. And yet you yourself, a few hours before, you are also drunk. Alcohol is your problem. As a matter of fact, davyjnr is figuring out of how to take you to rehab. You are battling this addiction yourself. You are the one person who should understand this mama, if at all she's addicted or anything. Guys, I was so shocked. And if you guys heard, davyjnr was even telling him, pole. davyjnr kept quiet for a while until it became so much, it became too much that he had to tell Brian Vapor, no, Brian, stop it. No. Pole. You don't have to come so hard, so strong. You also have the same problem. You also are an alcoholic. You're a drunk. Guys, this is the perfect example of how people do not see themselves. People will see a speck in somebody else's eye and not see the log in their own eye. Isn't that crazy? Guys. And I also saw him do the same at Dancing Grandma's place. When davyjnr went there later. He was really trying to be the one advising Mwita and everything. And, guys, sometimes you look at people and you're like, How do you forget so easily? A few hours. I mean, not even a few hours. You have this problem yourself. Guys, if I was Brian Vapor, I would be quiet. On a serious note, or I would be nice asking. I would be asking in a nice way. Not asking as though you are condemning someone and yet you yourself are even worse. We have never seen quiet grandma do this before. But Brian, you have done it a number of times. So if you ask me, you're worse than quiet grandma. So please take it easy, relax. Focus on how to get treatment and focus on how You know, if you want to talk to anybody, just be polite and nice and understand their situation. Guys, it is, you know, it is something else for somebody who is not in that particular kind of predicament to come out and talk a certain way. But if you are going through something that somebody else is going through, because you tend to understand how that thing is, you may come out a bit polite. And that is exactly what I'm telling this Brian Vapor. Gosh, I want to say shame on you, Brian. I mean, that was not nice. So guys, what is really going on? Imagine quiet grandma, guys. Quiet grandma herself starting to get drunk. Is this village bewitched? Is this village under a spell? Is this village under carrots? You know, spell. Carrots, what are you doing? Guys, what is going on? You know, it is not young men. It is not old men. It is not old women. It is not young women. What is going on? You know, like this alcoholism bug is biting everybody. You know, irrespective of age or gender. Oh my God. Something should be done real quick. For real, guys. Where are the leaders in this community? You know, so that they can come out and sensitize their people, you know, so they can come out and tell people, you know, the dangers of this illicit changa brew. Where are they, guys? What is happening? Where is the local government? Where are the local authorities? People like this Max Zero, who are leaders in this community. They know all the houses that are brewing changa, guys. They know every single family that is brewing changa. But they are doing nothing about it. You know, the chiefs, the elders. Because this changa is messing up people's lives. Guys, there's a village. I think it is the village where, you know, our former deputy president, you know, Gachagua, was coming from. This guy fought alcoholism until the village became clean. There were no, guys, I was watching, you know, some documentary. There were no young men who were productive in that society. You know, all the young men had become useless. And all of the people who are married, you know, most of them, let me put it that way, most of them, you know, were not helping in their homes with their wives and their children. Actually, the women, even the women in that area, you know, went on strike. They demonstrated, guys. They said they want all the changa dens to be closed because they do not see their men at home. Because their men have become useless. Because nothing is going on with them. They cannot work. They cannot think. Some of them were non-performers. You know, they became non-performers by virtue of drinking this illicit brew. Guys, there are people who, when they get serious about cleaning their village, they go ahead and do it. These people in Nyambohanse and the Nyamwini villages, they are not serious. These people are not serious at all. It is sad, guys. It is a sad situation. If Quiet Grandma has gotten into this group, you know, it is a sad situation. And guys, imagine alcohol making you as a grown grandma, making you act like a fool. Now, why was she even going down on her knees to ask for forgiveness? I mean, it reduces you to be... It doesn't make sense, guys. You know, it is such a sad situation. Let us look at, you know, Quiet Grandma, you know, and her shenanigans.
Brian, put off that music. I'm sorry, guys.
What's this now, sir?
My quiet grandma, she's not the same. She's not the same.
Mimi siko imara.
You can see.
Siko imara mimi.
Mimi ndio nilimletea mkaa, alikuwa hivyo. Sasa unajua
Nini yenye koko hapo?
ni wapi?
Kwa hii kitu yenye amebeba.
Kitu gani?
Mimi. Unajua sisi ni wapitaji. Sisi sio wakaaji wa hapa.
Na sababu mkaa.
Mmesikia? Sisi wakaaji.
Mimi usiniongeleshe hivyo tafadhali. Umesikia? Huyu ananijua mimi, huyu mwana ananiambia hivyo.
Huyu amekuja.
Mbona ni mkali? Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu mimi ndo nimefanya hizo vitu zote.
Sisi ni wapitaji tumekuja kumsaidia. Mimi naenda kufuata mkaa kwa huyu.
Wewe unaona yuko sawa huyu mama?
Hata huyu amekuja mnamwambia asikunywe pombe, yeye ni mama mzee.
Now she's starting to raise her voice, whereas pole. She's starting to raise her voice, whereas they have given liquor to this grandma, in which I'm not happy. Now she was trying to say, wewe mnaona ni vizuri huyu mama yuko sawa.
Sasa mimi ndio nilikuwa namwambia kwa kutayumba.
Lakini mbona ulikuwa unajaribu kunigombania?
Mimi sijakugombanisha. Mimi nimekuambia sisi ni wapitaji. Kama mimi naenda kufuata mkaa, sio kwamba naishi hapa. Mimi siishi hapa.
Hata kuende. Endeni.
Pole, take it slowly. Nakuuliza, nani amempea pombe? Unajua unajua. Sema tu ukweli, nisikasirike tu.
Huyu nimekuja, nimemletea huyu.
Na mimi mkiendelea hivyo sitawahi kanyaga kwa hii mji yenu. Ni kama mnachukulia vitu zangu kwa mzangu.
Sasa huyu alikuwa anamshauri, tunamshauri mama, afadhali uende kanisani kuliko kunywa pombe sana.
I'm asking you. You know you are my friend. Please tell me who has given that because she has never took liquor since.
Nani Joan? Sisi tumekuja kama huyu mama amekunywa.
I'm sorry guys.
Tumekuja tumempata amekaa hivyo tu.
Goko, nani amempea pombe?
Anasema mama mkubwa.
Oh guys, my.
Nihogewa ni wa Marwa. Ulianduka kunywa wapi?
Enda.
Kwani nimekutusi?
Goko, nani alikupea pombe?
Sokoro.
Goko, mimi nimekasirika venye huko kwa sababu ukiendelea kunywa maisha yako yatapungua kwa hii dunia na mimi sitaki.
Nasema kwamba ulisha mtoto wangu umesema.
You see guys, grandma, she's purely drunk. I'm sorry. I'm not happy. Ni kwa sababu nampenda juu najua hiyo pombe itampunguzia maisha kwa dunia na mimi nataka aishi hapa azeke.
Samahani, usirudie tena kunywa. Sio uombe samahani tena uende kunywa.
Mimi ni kwa sababu nampenda. Nataka aishi miaka mingi mpaka atembelee kale
Samahani.
No.
Lakini usirudie kwenda kunywa.
Grandma, she's on her knees saying she's sorry for what she did. I don't know guys what I can do to these people because it's getting out of hand. Yesterday we were at Muita, now we are at Choir, and I don't know who is doing this.
Guys, that is the sad situation on the ground. Let me know what you all think. Let me know what you think about what's going on in this society. You know, very sad indeed. So let us talk about Muita and dancing grandma. Remember, in yesterday's video, these two people were caught on camera, you know, tussling with each other. You know, maybe let me put it this way. They were caught on camera, you know. Dancing grandma was caught on camera picking up a stick and, you know, hitting Muita with it. And I honestly came and did a reaction video, you know, and I said that in my opinion, people are taking this lightly because it is the man who was being beaten up. But had it been the other way around, I'm sure that the uproar would have been worse. And that is the truth of the matter. And that is according to my observation. So guys, I feel like, you know, even in the case of Muita, you know, nobody has the power to make him drink if he does not want to. You know, because David Jr. went to his place, you know, just to see how they're going on, you know, what's going on there, what they're doing. And she found them, you know, David Jr. found them you know, at the farm, you know, doing their thing. And they were all sober and, you know, working. And he was trying to tell David Jr. that a friend of his is the one who lured him to the bar and, you know, made him drink. Or is it to the Changa house, and made him drink? And, you know, if it were not for, you know, his friend, that would not have happened. And I believe, I mean, to me, that is just hogwash. Because I believe that this man is a grown man, you know, and there's no way anybody can tell him to do what he does not want to do. Nobody forced him. He did it on his own accord. He wanted to drink, and so he did. So one thing I also observed is that Dancing Grandma, every time that Mwita was speaking, she had to interject. And she does this a lot, by the way. She does this a lot. But this particular time, I think I was more keen, you know, because I wanted to hear what Mwita was going to say. But this grandma kept on interjecting, you know, just interfering, and Mwita could not get, you know, to say exactly what he wanted to say. He ended up just holding, you know, his chin and just saying like to himself, like, what the heck is this, you know? So he was just there. He decided to keep quiet and just let things be, let it, you know, let things flow. So David Jr. explained and said that, you know, this is not right. Mwita has apologized, which he did. Mwita apologized for his behavior, you know, the previous day, and he said that he will not repeat it again. I really hope so, guys. I really, really hope so. And one thing that, you know, also caught my attention is when David Jr. started speaking about the donor, you know, the main donor of these people, who is from New Jersey. So David Jr. was talking about this lady loves Mwita so much, and she was actually heartbroken seeing Mwita so drunk, Mwita being beaten, Mwita fighting with, you know, Dancing Grandma. This particular lady was not happy about the whole situation, and so she decided that she is going to make sure that Mwita, you know, finally pays a bride price to the dancing grandpa, or for the dancing grandma. Guys, as the story is that this Mwita is from Tanzania, and dancing grandma sort of is the one who invited him to her place. You understand? So basically this place is Dancing Grandma's place. And people were saying in the comment section, you know, that, you know, this grandma and her son are likely to kick Mwita out of this home once this house is done. And so I feel like to avoid this particular donor decided Mwita will pay dowry so that he can rightfully, you know, own this marriage. So he can actually be the man of the home eventually. Maybe, guys, this is the reason why Dancing Grandma does not respect him. Maybe, guys, I'm just saying maybe. I don't know. Because clearly this woman does not really respect this man, and that's for sure. You know, I saw people saying that, you know, Dancing Grandma had already warned Mwita that if you come to my home drunk, you know, I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to kick you out and all this stuff. Guys, kicking him out is okay, but beating him up? If tables were turned, you know, and Mwita told Dancing Grandma, if you come to my house drunk, I'm going to beat you up, and he actually does. You know, when this lady comes home drunk, what would people be saying? Would they still be saying the same thing? Like, after all, Mwita had already warned her? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. According to me, in my opinion, regardless of whether she had told him or not, she has no right to beat up this man. You know, just kick him out, separate from him, let him be, but beating him up, Now there, no. No. And to me, if a woman should not be beaten, a man should also not be beaten. I mean, it's as simple as that. I can never personally, try to justify the reason as to why a man has been beaten. Eish. No. No matter what it is, the best thing is to everybody to go their separate ways, if it has come to that. Other than somebody, one party beating the other. That is not acceptable, not to me. And that is my opinion. So this donor from New Jersey decided that she is going to send David Jr. money. So David Jr. was saying that money is going to be sent for cows to be bought for this particular thing to happen, the dowry thing to happen. And so that, according to David Jr.'s words, so that Mwita can be able to stay there forever and ever. Meaning that he will not be, nobody can kick him out of this home. Let us listen to David Jr. as he tells us about this good news.
And Mwita people love you around the world, People really love you and they truly care of you. And that's why we'll keep supporting them where we can until the house is coming to completion. Yeah, till the house is coming completion. No giving up. We started this massive project and we have to finish. And actually, one of the top donor, greetings to you, Mom, all the way from New Jersey. Actually, 90% of this house is the one who has built. And close friends have been chipping in big time. She reached me out. She was so concerned about what's going on. She told me, Davy, I love Mwita so much. And she wants to send even money to buy dowry, so that this marriage can be cemented. What a blessing to grandma. That's how people really love Mwita. Yeah, I spoke with her more than an hour yesterday. Yeah, she told me, Davy, anytime from now, I want to see a serious wedding at this home. So soon, we'll be going to the market to purchase the cows. So that, guys, in an African traditional setup, when you pay dowry, that's how your marriage is being cemented. It's permanent. Because that's the only way to secure even the properties that we've been building here. When Mwita pays dowry, he's good to go. He'll stay here forever. Because his story is totally different. Mwita hails from Tanzania, our neighboring country. So this marriage about Mwita and grandma is not like, it's not official, But for it to be official, Mwita has to pay dowry. So that he can be here 100%. So big shout out to you, grandma. Yeah, thank you so much for being here always. Thank you. God bless you.
So for those of us who are worried about Mwita being kicked out of the house once it is done, now we can rest assured that the dowry is going to be paid and Mwita is going to rightfully be in that home without fear, without being worried of grandma and her son waking up one day and kicking him out, And also, like I said, I do not believe that Mwita, somebody is the one who influenced him to drink. Mwita is a grown man. He can say no. He knows what he wants. And something else I saw on the comments section, people writing, David, if you want Mwita to open up, you take him away from dancing grandma. There is no way he can say anything in front of this woman. Even the previous day, he was, able to say, he had the courage to say what he said because he was tipsy, guys. But when sober, I doubt if he can say anything, against this dancing grandma. And like I said, guys, dancing grandma was interjecting every single time that this man tried to talk. He could not really get his story out there. And mark you, the story he was talking about was the story of how he went and got drunk. You know, he had not even started saying anything juicy or even just by talking, you know, his normal story. This mama does not want him to talk. That is the vibe I got, guys. That is the vibe I got. Guys, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about iammarwa, you know. He is our travel commando, and he is a selfless person. Somebody who is always out there to help others. Somebody who always wants the best for other people. You know, and that is why God has kept him this far. Success is following him everywhere he goes, you know, and that is why, you know, he will forever be up there while the haters will forever remain down there. And by the way, I also saw Mwango, her live stream, where she also came out to, you know, talk about her brother, wished her brother a happy birthday. And, you know, she was out there also giving credit to her brother, you know, for where she has reached in life right now, and especially pertaining to content creation. So guys, let me know what you think about the issue of dancing grandma and Mwita, you know, so far. Do you think the Mwita has really reformed? Has he seen the light? And is it a good thing that finally he is going to pay dowry? For me, it is the best thing, because after all, it is the donors who have built it. So nobody has a right to kick him out, because even them, you know, dancing grandma and the son are also being helped, you know. But anyway, if the dowry is the one that's going to make things better, so be it. Guys, lastly, what do you think about quiet grandma? Our quiet, loving grandma. What do you think has triggered her to go to drink? Yesterday we were talking about Mwita said that, you know, this mama, you know, denying him the conjugal rights are what is making him go and drink. So what is happening to quiet grandma? Is she too lonely? What is going on, guys? Let me know in the comments section. I am happy. You know, we have a lot of new subscribers in the house. Thank you so very much for believing in this channel. Thank you for joining this amazing family. You are most welcome. And if you have not liked this video, please give it a massive, massive thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, to hit the subscribe. And let us meet in the next video. Bye-bye.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter. Don't pay